Where am I at now? Oh, well, I guess you guys can figure that out with all these shipping containers in the background. That's right. Like a lot of you guys suggested in my videos underneath the comments about getting a shipping container. And well, we have decided that that is the smart way to go by getting a 40-foot shipping container for storage, basically. It makes sense. So we are purchasing this 40-foot shipping container right now to be delivered to the property. We will be splitting this 3 ways, so yay. And we've already stood inside of it, closed the doors, made sure that there was no holes or anything. And I've been doing a lot of research on shipping containers in probably about 10 different places. But this company right here, All-Star Shipping Containers, they had the best deal, and it's a family-owned business. I like supporting family-owned businesses. So it was honestly about anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 cheaper than all the other places that I called around and checked on. So it does have a few dents, you know, on the side, but nothing like crazy. And it's dense. It's not like we're living in this thing. It's a shipping container. So this is the smart thing to do, because all of our stuff is going to be secure in this right here. So yay! There it is. Can't really be picky with the color, you know, so you get what you get. At least it's not bright orange, bright pink, bright green. There's just something about waking up in the forest that just makes the mornings feel a little different. Everything is quiet, the air is cool, and for a little while, it feels like the rest of the world can just wait. So I'm starting my morning off pretty simple today with a cup of yogurt. It's become a normal way for me to start each day, especially when I don't feel like making a big breakfast. And these past few weeks have been a lot. Between dealing with so much pain and then finally getting the news that I have sciatica and arthritic degenerative disc disease. I can never say that word. I've had a lot going through my mind. So coming out here to the forest has given me some time to process everything. I've had time to feel the emotions. to worry about what this means for my future, and especially to think about the dream I've been working so hard towards, building my homestead. And after sitting with all of it, I know one thing for sure. I'm not giving up on that dream. Things might have to look a little different now. I may have to slow down, ask for help sometimes, or figure out new ways of doing the things I would normally just push myself through. But different doesn't mean impossible. So today, I'll be leaving my camp for a little while and heading back to the land, because there's a special delivery showing up today, and I'm excited for it to finally arrive. So, maybe this is the beginning of figuring out what this next chapter is going to look like for me now. Beautiful way to wake up. Beautiful way to wake up to these majestic, beautiful babies outside of my bus. All these wild horses right here. This is insane. Right outside of my bus. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. Bye, guys. Good to see y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all are more than welcome to camp with us if you guys want. Yeah. Oh my God, there's one scratching his butt. Oh my gosh. He was just trying to scratch his butt on the tree. That was it. That was all he was doing. This is amazing. Hello, buddy. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That had to hurt. Ouch. Oh, y'all kiss and make up now. Kiss and make up. That's right. We good. Oh, that was crazy. Oh gosh. Nuts. Well. One of the things I've learned after living this lifestyle for so many years is that sometimes the simplest things can turn into some of the best moments. And this right here is how I take my showers when I'm out camping. You know, instead of going through the trouble of setting up a shower tent every time I stop somewhere, I usually just find a good place to hang my shower, throw on my bathing suit, and enjoy an outdoor shower right in the middle of nature. And I have to say, I think today might win the award for one of the best shower views I've ever had. I mean, how many people can say they took a shower in the middle of a beautiful forest while watching wild horses wandering around? These are the little moments I love so much about this lifestyle. Sometimes, as ordinary as taking a shower becomes an experience I always remember. No walls, no fancy bathroom, just me, the fresh air, the trees, and just a few horses keeping me company. Yep, I think I'll take this view over a regular bathroom any day. Well, today's an exciting day. Today, we got something being delivered here to the property. Something that's going to go in our community area that we have here on the 40 acres. And something that we all will be using, the three of us. So, we actually purchased this item, this very large item, a few weeks ago. We had to keep putting it off on getting it delivered here to the property due to all the medical stuff that I've been dealing with over the last month. But this is something that we definitely needed, and once it gets here, I'll go over with you guys on what we're going to be using it for and what we're going to do with it and stuff. But it's pretty exciting to have this thing delivered here. So it's definitely going to be something that all three of us really needed and could use here at the property. So I haven't really been here at the property for about the last month due to my medical issues and having to go to doctors and stuff like that. And then also the heat. The heat is just still unbearable here at the property. But it's nice to be back here, you know, for a second. I just had to come back here just because this thing is being delivered here today. And yeah. So as you guys know, I had that big project that I wanted to be working on and stuff, and I'm kind of putting that on pause right now. I mentioned in the other video when I was talking about what was going on with me and everything, I mentioned what that project was going to be. But for right now, I think it's going to have to be put on pause. The water tank you guys see back there, that is my next small project I was going to be working on. So when I get back here to the property in a few weeks, because I got to go across the state to take little one to her vet appointment over there. But when I come back, I will be finally setting the water tank up. I need to get the water tank up now, especially with what's going on with me, so I don't have to keep carrying these water jugs in town and filling these heavy water jugs up because I can't lift over 40 pounds anymore. So, yeah, I mean, there's still just small stuff that I got to get done here at the Oh, I think I see her pulling in right now. Oh, this is exciting. Sorry to cut you guys off in mid-sentence, but it's here. There it is. I can see it, but you guys can't. Oh, this is so exciting. Yay! Here it comes. Oh yeah, she's from the valley. She had to drive up. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think that's what because I've been talking to the people on the phone for like the last couple of days. So, and so it's gonna go behind the tree right there, as you guys see. And so we are eventually going to get blocks to put underneath it. It's just right now we didn't have the time to go get blocks, considering what's been going on for the last month with my medical stuff. But it'll be fine. We just have to jack it up and put the blocks underneath. But it's pretty level, that whole entire area right there. You know, now that it's... And tell her to back up.
Back up a little bit, please.
Tell her to keep going. All right, that should be good, right? Yep, good. Beautiful. Such a sweet lady. She's so sweet.
It takes girl power, that's all I know.
It's your first time, right? Well, there it is, guys. There it is. So. This is our, by the ways, our burn barrel right there. We just got that recently, so we're gonna put holes in the bottom, obviously, but that's our burn barrel, so we can minimize as much as we can going to the dumpster, trash, landfill, whatever it's called. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. Look at that. Pretty nifty. There it is. There it is. That's teeter-tottering. That's teeter-tottering. Well, that's pretty awesome. And look at that.
Hey,
Girl power.
Right
Girl power. Uh-huh. Okay, so this, it's not going to be turned into a home or anything like that, guys. So, you know, right now, the three of us here at the property, we have all our stuff in the storage unit in town. We're tired of paying for the storage unit. We're tired of making trips to the storage unit. So it's time for us to figure something out here at the property. And whereas my shed over here, it's just really not as big, you know, for me personally to store everything in and all that. So but here it is. It's see if you guys, I'm not gonna walk all the way in. Perfect size for the three of us. And boy, when getting a shipping container, I didn't know that there was so much into shipping containers when getting one. There's obviously different sizes. There's also the classification of A, B, and C, and meaning A, B, and C, meaning how easy it is for the doors to open. A is the easiest for the doors to open, and C would be the hardest for the doors to open. Also, there's shipping containers that are higher. And obviously all these things cost extra and cost more. So we just went with a regular size shipping container because we don't really need a high shipping container. And we obviously went with the A because it's been a few weeks since we went and picked out this shipping container and purchased it. But when we did go and purchase the shipping container and picked it out, I was dealing with the pain in my back at the time. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I was dealing with the pain. So between the three of us, we paid a little extra to have the A, the classification A, because we need the doors to be easy for all three of us to be able to open. So we will end up putting this on blocks. Like I said, we didn't have time to go get the blocks. But it'll be very easy for us to put this on blocks. We just have to, well, it's not gonna be very easy, but we just basically just have to jack it up on each side and put the blocks underneath it. The reason why we decided to go with putting this on top of blocks is because critters can get underneath the shipping container and they can live and hibernate underneath here. We do not want mice with the diseases and all that stuff making this their home. So if it is up on blocks, they're not going to make this their home. They better not, or we're charging rent. So but if you didn't want to put it up on blocks, then it's fine just being on the ground. I've seen plenty of people just keep this on the ground, and it's perfectly leveled right now, but we just don't want, we're trying to keep this a critter-free property, you know. So we will end up painting the shipping container later on down the road sometime. And then we are thinking about doing a deck on top of the shipping container also. So we will have like a little deck. We're gonna put, because it is really hot inside the shipping container, there's no windows or anything like that, or AC. So right now it's just a sauna in there. I have a ventilation fan that we will be putting on top of there, so it'll be sucking some of that heat out. We'll probably have to put a couple of ventilation fans up there actually. And then maybe later on down the road, we'll put an AC something in there, but it's not really that important because, like I said, this is for storage. So it's exciting finally to have this shipping container. And I just want to say this real quick. We got this shipping container from the company All-Star Storage in Sholo, Arizona. And we physically went up there to the company And the people that worked there were so nice, so accommodating, so nice. They had a huge selection, probably one of the biggest selection of shipping containers that I've seen. You can get a shipping container already painted if you wanted it, but obviously that cost extra. Woo, I got a thorn in my foot. Okay, got it. And we can just paint it ourselves. And they had 20-foot ones. I think they had 10-foot ones too, and then they had tons of 40-foot ones. But the customer service that they gave, and then you guys just got to meet Heather. Everybody that worked at this company right here, I would just give them my business again, even if they were a little bit more expensive, because customer service is hard to find nowadays. Like good customer service and people that really enjoy their jobs. And I have to say, everybody that I dealt with this company right here was amazing. But their prices were so much cheaper than all the other places that I checked on also. So that was definitely a selling point. So it's exciting. Shipping container, finally have storage. And now we can go get all our stuff out of the storage unit in town. Quit making that payment every month. And bring it here. So, and there's no breaking into this bad boy right here. We already know what kind of lock to get and everything. That's impossible for you to cut and break. So, this is the way to go right there for sure. Tasha, no, no. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Tasha, shh. It's okay, baby. You're okay, baby. Tasha, no. Absolutely unbelievable. Come on, little one. Go for a walk. Well, it is my last day and last night in this beautiful national forest right here. This is the Sitgreaves National Forest, by the way. And I just kind of happened to find this little spot by accident, and I'm definitely glad that I did, because as you guys know, if you've seen the last two videos before this one right here, then you will know that I've been dealing with the health issues for the last month. Was in pain, excruciating pain for 3 weeks straight, until I got the medication. After getting the bad news about my health and everything, I kind of took it bad, you know, obviously. It was news that I didn't want to hear. And I'm going to do a whole nother video addressing all that again. And it'll be the last time that I really just do a whole video of it. But I've been doing a lot of researching. You know, I'm changing my diet. Giving up some certain foods. I found some exercises that I can do. Like I said, I just have to change my lifestyle. And as you guys see, with the shipping container arriving at the property, I'm not going to give that up. I'm not giving the homestead life up. I'm not giving up building my dream. This universe has tried to knock me down a million times my whole entire life. And I got right back up after it knocked me down, and I fought it. And I guess that's just what my life is I have to continue fighting. And this is just another one of those incidents where I'm gonna have to fight. But I will not give up this lifestyle. I just have to rethink it. And I have to refigure some things out. So, I'll update you guys soon on all that. On a lot of new decisions that I have made. Some changes to me personally. But until then, I honestly am so glad that I found this forest right here. Because you guys know how I feel about wildlife and how I feel about animals, period. And animals, to me, might not be for everybody, but to me, are therapeutic. And just to be able to wake up every morning and see those beautiful horses, and then just sit outside the bus during the day and see those beautiful horses, and just watch them, and learn them, and watch them. It was very peaceful. And it definitely helped calm my nerves. So I'm glad I was here. And I was here because this was where my property is not close to any medical stuff. Plus it was getting extremely hot out at the property. Thank goodness we only had to deal with the summertime heat for like 2 months out of the year. But the heat was just way too much for me, especially when I started having to deal with all this. And then I needed to be close to the medical stuff. And so that's why I was here. But now I have to drive across the state. Because now it is... Come here, little one. Come here. Now it's... Now it's that munchkin's turn to go see the doctor. So her vet is across the other side of the state. I have to get her medication for her heart. I have to get her medication refilled, and it's time for her checkup. So I have to go do that now because she's getting low on her medication. So I'll be leaving here tomorrow morning, heading somewhere else to go set up camp. And because I'm trying to space out my driving, I don't need to be sitting in the bus for long periods of time with my situation that I have going on. So I will be setting up camp in another place that's close by where her vet is. And I'll be there for a couple weeks. Well, close to a couple weeks. And then I'll be back to the property. And hopefully by the time I get back to the property, I'll have it figured out. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Thank you guys for understanding. I have to say the last 2 videos that I posted of what's going on with me and my medical issues. Sorry. The overwhelming amount of support that you guys showed in the comments is unbelievable. So just want to say thank you guys so very much. You guys always come through for sure. And yeah, time to kick back, relax. I see some horses coming down the road. Watch some horses, go to bed, and get on the road tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thank y'all.